My name is Ocheme Stephen Abu. I'm Director Legal with Federal Inland Revenue Service of Nigeria. I like everything about the program, right from when the organization and all the topics, all the faculties, they are all useful. I like everything about the program. The program is a very interesting program. What inspired me the most is the tour and then the faculty, the personnel, the resources that were selected. I've learned new things, and then it's going to affect the way I think and the way I'm going to do things differently. Because right from when we came in, Monday, it was wonderful. Yesterday was also wonderful, and today was also wonderful too. I learned so many new things. I learned about being a transformed leader. I learned about change management. I learned about the innovation that is coming up in the whole world. When I go back home now, I will be a transformed leader because I've learned that it's better to be a transformed leader. So I'm going back home to rededicate myself to do things the new way and to become a transformed leader so that I can change Nigeria for better.
Yeah, my name is Kayode Awolu. I'm the MD CEO of Jubilee Mortgage Bank, PLC. The quality of the faculties is tremendous. I wonder how they're able to put together such a tremendous faculty combination, people with diverse work experience, people with kind of diverse knowledge. I imagine the level of the knowledge that is involved in the three faculties we met in the last 3 days is something out of the blues. It's an unusual kind of a faculty. I think it's a tremendous thing. The delivery, despite their background, they're able to bring management, leadership, and transformation to a level that is easy for anybody to understand. Coming from their practical background, they seem to have an understanding of how to transfer this knowledge, unlike a conventional professor who are basically at academia. Most of these people were operators who eventually transformed to be academicians. And so the level and the style of delivery is unique, and I think it's very good. One major thing I've learned is the difference between a leader and a transformer. I'd always thought that I was a transformer, but it's clear to me now that what I've done largely is to bring change to my organization. And what I intend to achieve is to be able to transform my organization. So clearly, I now realize that if I must bring transformation, I must do something slightly different from bringing a change. I must be able to have a bigger vision of how to leapfrog my institution from where it is now to where I want it to be. It's a major issue that I think I will reflect on, and I intend to think deeply and see how I can implement it in my institution. Yes, I'm going to do a lot of deep thinking to review the system and all the changes we have brought into the system the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Because we have a major goal, and it's clear to me that one of the ways we can achieve the goal is to be ready to bring a major transformation into the way we do things. And so my thinking, there's a paradigm change in my thinking. My thinking now is not to be busy looking for change, is to be busy looking for major transformation, so I can leapfrog the institution from where we are now to where I want to be.
My name is Kabir Abba. I am the Coordinating Director, General Tax Operations Group of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Nigeria. Well, the quality of the contents of the program is so amazing. It gives you practical experiences, and of course, I've learned a lot from the programs thus far. What inspired me the most in the program is that things are happening, real-time changes in the world, and that is what we have been discussing to find solutions to world problems. Well, especially one of the courses that the resource persons are world-class, they're so amazing. And for the change management course, I have now discovered that we have killers of change. And I have learned so much to go back to my country and my organization to impact fully on how to do a transformational change, and of course, leadership strategies that I learned from the course. What I'm going to do differently is to cascade what I have learned to my organization, and of course bring some of the changes that I have learned to a management meeting so that we can see how we can implement it in the organization to do things better.
Hello everyone, my name is Yahya Rufai. I'm from Nigeria, and currently I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Sites and Lifestyle, a real estate firm in Abuja, particularly playing within the space of sites and services. There are quite a lot. Asking me what particularly I like the most is a bit of a difficult one to answer, but quite a lot. But one of the most exciting thing about the program is the networking. I've been able to meet people from different industries, people from different backgrounds, and a bit more outside what I have been used to all my life. And for me, that is my most important takeaway from this program. And I quite enjoyed the networking. And it's something that I hope to take back home and leverage upon and be able to keep the communication ongoing. One of the most that I would say is the transformation from one of our faculties, the very first faculty, which is John Peters. Having heard his background, everything that he went through, from being a fighter pilot to a transformational leader, it's quite encouraging, and it does show to me that one has no limits or boundaries to what one can be able to achieve. One just needs to be determined, focused, and aim for whatever you want to achieve in life. Quite a lot, but one of the most important takeaway that I have that actually transformed the way I think. I always used to believe that transformation is same as leadership. It's the same as change, rather. Transformation, I've always believed that transformation is the same with change, but this course has made me to understand and to be able to differentiate between the two. Leadership is about tweaking the existing processes, the existing product, and making it better. But transformation is completely different. It's about looking into the future. It's about visioning and thinking of something that might not exist. So there are two different things. One is as it is, fixing what it is, and then the other one is walking backwards. So you think of the vision and then you begin to walk the steps backwards towards how you're going to achieve that. There are quite a lot. Interestingly, my organization is currently undergoing a bit of a transformation, and this course just came in just in time, and I've taken a lot of takeaways right from the board constitution to be able to ensure that we have a balance. People that are innovative, people that are enablers, stakeholder managers, and then people that are gonna approve the budgets and what have you. So that is one important thing that I know I'm going to work on in my organization as soon as I go back. And then everything that I have learned would help in terms of streamlining seamless transformational journey. So there's quite a lot for us to do, and I'm happy that we came in a good number, and for everything that would be doing, at least would have peers that would be able to relate to those kind of transformational changes in the environment. So it's quite an interesting journey, and I would like to use the opportunity to say a big thank you to Texem UK. You've given us more than we've actually expected. Thank you, thank you, thank you again.
My name is Engineer Shehu Abubakar Sani. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Amore Homes Limited. The organization how rich the resource persons are, the atmosphere, the way the course was conducted generally. The combination of ideas, the technology available, and the ideas from the resource persons as well as the participants. No one can do it alone. That collaboration, cooperation, working with one another, cross-fertilization of ideas is the way forward. Listen more, try to create atmosphere where people will feel free to come up with ideas, give people the latitude to excel.
My name is Musa Muhammad B.A., Deputy Controller General, Nigeria Customs Service. The program Leading Transformation, is apt, is contemporary. I mean, there are contemporary issues in leadership, so it's very interesting. And the case studies, especially the orientation of the program with the use of case studies that have been tested and reviewed, being handled by professionals. The resource available for the course is essentially super, and it's it's excellent. I mean, it's excellent. What inspired me the most is the fact that most of the issues raised are contemporary issues, and then there are issues that, because of the approach, using case studies, they are practically oriented, they are tested and reviewed by expert and professionals. Yes, it certainly it has, looking at these as viable, viable options. It has given us a lot of options to apply, and then looking at our organization, one will want to try to experiment this, and if you impose them in the organizations, I mean, you are likely going to get some results. Back home, yes, I have picked a lot of ideas and knowledge from this. So in terms of leadership, definitely my approach will be like all-encompassing, trying to bring everybody on board, depending on the strength and capabilities of, depending on the individual capabilities, so that at the end, one is focused, and then you are result-oriented.
I'm Alamin Bello Dawai. I'm head internal audit and head central planning and intelligence. For me, actually, what I loved most about this program wasn't more of a training. Rather, it actually more of a give you an insight of real time and what is happening in the real world, how things evolve, leadership and change, how it actually affects business world of today. So what inspired me the most is the selection of tutors that were selected for this program. There are people who have been through the whole leadership challenges, people who have impacted in leadership positions in either governing bodies or even operational tier of some organizations, which have proven profitability beyond margin globally. So what the idea that has transformed my way of thinking generally, especially when it comes to governance, it's no longer the ability to have a unified board rather than having the more supervisory and the operational board, whereby you have the board chairman and board non-executive board members sitting as supervisory, while the executives, the CEO, and running the business. So the fact that they could actually collaborate and work in the same tier and establish and ensure there's no friction actually has helped me understand. For me, especially being the fact that I'm an auditor, and my main responsibility has to do with reporting to board, I think one of the things I've picked up is the fact that learning how to communicate more when it comes to deficiencies and challenges within organizational policies and processes. I feel like I've learned ways in which I could and use my leadership position to actually inform my leaders on how well to work that.
So my name is Abdul Fattah Ibusa. I'm the General Manager Operations for Bilad Realty Nigeria Limited. So for me, it's about the practicability of the facilitators. They brought in real life experiences. They made us understand all the topics that we had to treat. And also I've got to learn from my other colleagues that were there. They shared their real life experiences, which I've learned a lot from, and I hope to implement some of those lessons that I've learned back to my organization. Okay, so I think for me it still has to do with the practicability of everything. So for instance, when we went to Arsenal, that was the first day of the program. There's one guy, his name is Perry Groves. You know, he gave us an insight into the history of the stadium and how Arsene Wenger has helped build the whole system. And then for me, I think Arsene Wenger is more of a strategic leader, and I intend to apply some of those things I've learned in my organization as well. Innovation. So I think for us in my organization, we're probably not big on innovation, or we don't have a dedicated unit that handles innovation, research and development. So I'm going back home. I'm going to ensure that all that is factored into our plan for next year, and then also come up with a strategic plan, maybe 5 or 10 years growth plan that would help us actualize our goals. Maybe be a better communicator, because for you to drive the goal of the organization, you need to have the buy-in of all the stakeholders within, if not all, but majority of them should actually buy into the vision. Once you're able to do that, it will be easier to achieve the strategic objective of Bilad Realty.
Okay, my name is Abubakar Achimogu. I am from the E-Transfer Group. I am responsible for the business development team, so I'm work. Oh, the program is quite enriching. It has loads and loads of information on various models that has to do with change, transformational change. It also dwells a lot on the internal operational models on how you can align culture with innovation, and also seeing how you can walk through the corporate governance structure in ensuring that you achieve transformations. It is quite very educating, and it's what I'll be taking home with me in ensuring that we walk through what we have learned here and align with the facts that we have here in guaranteeing that we have transformative change. Well, what inspired me most is actually the quadrant, on the leadership, that actually identifies the various abilities of capabilities of all the process drivers. I know exactly what you are. Are you a visionary? Are you the innovative type? Are you the doer, with excellent speed on achieving success? And are you just the excellent person in the process drive? It's actually quite enriching. You know yourselves, you know where your teammates belong, and you can start thinking of how you can harmonize all these various attributes in guaranteeing that you transform effectively. I've seen that the world is changing very fast. Efficiency is the world, and technology is the driver. And in the nearest future, say 2050, AI with even above human capacity will be in charge. So we have quite a lot of catch up to do, and that is where my mind is. Well, go back home with the knowledge that I have now, sit with my team, try to get them to see how I see things now, from this perspective of new change. And at the same time, from what we have on ground and how we can align these thoughts to the processes that we have in ensuring that we have perfect growth within the organization. We must not be left behind. We must be disruptive, and we should be willing to transform. And that's exactly what I'm taking on with me.
Okay, my name is Benga Homoni. I'm the Group Head, Human Resources for Galaxy Backbone Limited, Nigeria. Well, the structure of the program, the first day, we went for sightseeing, and for me, it was a lot of learning. And the structure of the program, very intensive program, and it's more of a blended learning approach. So for me, it's a very good structure for the executive program. The calibers of facilitators brought in actually inspired me. The stories of those facilitators inspired me. Wow, one of the things I've learned from this particular executive program is that there is nothing called impossibility. Yes, you can make impossibility become possible by the manner and the way you observe, interpret, and you think about things. I've put together some action points that I'm going to work on. First of all, I'm going to look at how I can enhance and foster the culture of innovation in my organization, and also how can I leverage on the capabilities of people within my organization to drive transformation.
My name is Ambrose Oko, the controller of programs, channels, television, Lagos. Well, I appreciate the fact that the program is very practical. These are practical examples of leadership and how to be strategic in leadership. And these are examples that are given about companies, about how it works. And I appreciate the fact that we had very talented and very deep lecturers who understand the topics, and the delivery were very great. And I think it's quite memorable, and I remember most of the lecturers for the handling of these leadership procedures, and it's quite encouraging. Well, I have come to see that the world is moving, the trend is moving to artificial intelligence and new ways of doing things, machine technology. And I think that that's one thing that companies must recognize and begin to retrain their staff to be able to be adaptive to this new machine technology, which is entirely different. It's a transformation, a new, different way of doing things. And companies shouldn't run away from it. It's here with us. So what it means is that we must adapt to it. Well, there are new ways of doing things. As I said, technology is quite germane, and what that means is that we must begin to work out things in line with that and ensure that we have a new thinking, begin to imbibe on our staff that thinking of embracing technology, and ensure that they walk along that path. And also know that the danger of not, being technically viable means, one losing his job. Well, I'll be more practical. Of course, I would take my staff through what I've learned here and begin to make them understand that time is of essence. Delay in doing things is dangerous, especially for TV. And so we must know that deadlines are very important. And I particularly like the teaching of one of the lecturers who said that if you delay in doing things, that's detrimental to your company.
My name is Ngozi Njimanze. I am a principal manager with the Central Bank of Nigeria. I liked everything about the program. I particularly liked the fact that all the facilitators were very practical in their approach. I liked the delivery of the learnings, and I also liked the fact that there were also some visits and some excursion trips that also brought to life the objectives of the program. I was inspired when I heard about some transformational leadership skills that other people have used in their organization, just watching how it was implemented and the strategic outcomes that were, that fell out as a result of such changes was very inspiring for me. The idea that a future-ready board, or the idea that when you think governance, you have to think beyond corporate governance and think about public governance and social governance. That was really something that resonated well with me, given my career as a governance specialist. Oh, when I go back home, I'm going to have a transformational mindset. So that is beyond change. I'm going to be thinking about disruptive methods of bringing about transformational leadership in my organization.
Hi, my name is Nii Toluwalope, Chief Executive Officer, eTransact, one of the leading super fintechs in Nigeria. Oh, I think the program was very engaging, very good insights with the facilitators. I think top-notch professors, founders, innovators, creative experts with vibrant and vast experiences have come here in this program to share their experiences and what works and what doesn't work in real life, practical examples. I think for me that was the boom shaka of the program. Yeah, the experiences. So I've met people that have created solutions that have transformed the world. One of our professors was involved in the creation of the chip in the chip and pin methodology for card payments. And she shared her experience in pushing that out and with new ideas. I met a survivor of a war in Iraq, one of the soldiers that was captured and then was later released to the grace of God, who's now a management consultant, a business strategy management consultant, sharing his experiences and expertise. And the uniqueness of it was he never, ever, give himself any credit for surviving. It was all time and chance. A lot of people will leverage on the fact that it was something special they did, blah, de, blah, de, blah. That's why they were able to survive. For me, it just made his thought process and his methodology more impactful. He was a sincere person and transparent. So for me, those are blowout, transformational things I got out of this session. Well, I came here, one of the things I wanted to learn from this and get from this is how to be bold in executing strategy and, diffuse yourself totally of sentiments, focus on what needs to be done and get it done. I believe that after all this while now, with how all the lessons and the experiences and, just the general classroom information sharing, I think I'm better equipped now to be bold about execution. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is clear my mind and I'm ready to execute. By the way, I already started executing from here in terms of giving necessary approvals and moving things in directions that should improve our strategy execution collaboratively as an organization. Same thing. I'm just going to continue to execute boldly, and communicate and improve on the quality, depth, and of my employee and stakeholder engagement. I think for me, that's the most critical aspect of transformation, which needs to happen now.
My name's Aliyu. I'm the CEO of Billard Realty Nigeria Limited. I like a lot of things about the program. I think it is well captured. Transformation in strategic management, which I think, if you ask me, it has captured everything about transformation. Particularly, I like the concept of being directly to showing a practical approach to transformation, which I think has really been a great deal for me. Part of the thing that inspired me, I have a lot of inspiration through the course. However, the most important one is the digital transformation. We're looking at how to think ahead of the immediate challenges, but looking at what will happen in the better future. So that has really been particularly the course about digital transformation, AI, as well as digital currency or cryptocurrency. So that has been an interesting issue to me, especially that I'm looking into real estate, which it's caught on and uncut. It's a traditional business. So how do you transform it into digital? I have got a lot of insight on that. The practical approach to solving transformational problems, transformational challenges. 2, as I mentioned earlier, the digital component to it. 3, the models that had been provided for us to use in transforming our businesses. Yeah. So that's are things that I really enjoyed. A lot of things. Yeah. Interestingly, before I come, there is organizational restructuring that was going on in my organization. When I come, I think I have seen things completely different and more clearer. So what I will do is I will try as much as possible to take back these new ideas, concepts I have got for my team to understand first. I will try to train the people I'm working with so that we can be at the same or not too far from each other, so that when we are doing this transformation and restructuring, yeah, there will be that clarity and understanding between ourselves. Then I believe with such kind of approach, it will help us in getting quick and better output.
I'm Professor Abubakar Muhammad Bello and the CEO of Galaxy Bagman Limited. The program is well crafted and has delivered value as it is supposed to be. All the program has inspired me actually, but I think the lecture of Professor Rodlia was very, very interesting to me. The program has taught me a lot of new things, and what is inspired me more is the quadrant introduced by Professor Rodlia in identifying the attitudes of the membership of the board. What is supposed to be the different attitude you are supposed to look for that will ultimately drive the change or transformation that we are looking for. When I get back home, and I will entrench particularly this, the issue of the quadrant attitude identification of the staff, and then to see that I form a formidable team that can be able to drive the transformation agenda of the organization.
Texem, insights that inspire, actions that change the world.